Hey guys, this is my project final for my computer systems class. I took the inspiration from the pre-made project of the piano and made a music box. The idea is the same concept as the piano. You press a button and a note plays by connecting wires to specific points that is detected in the code, and then it outputs from this speaker here. But the only things I did differently was pressing the button, instead of it playing one single note, it plays a set of notes to compose simple songs, like simple one-note songs. The first one is the Itsy Bitsy Spider. It's great. Second one here is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And the third one is Mary Had a Little Lamb. And then this button here I programmed so that when you press it, then it makes it so when you press these buttons, it doesn't play songs at all. And then when you press it again, then you can play the buttons again. The things that I did differently from the code than the piano one is I added another octave of notes. So before it went from C4 to C5, so then I calculated the change in value and then just duplicated that for another octave. So then I can work with two octaves. And I also set one to being 0 as in the bottom to create the bass noise for the reset. So then it sounds, it shouldn't sound like music, but it should sound like something's happening. I worked with logic gates to create systems where if a button is pressed and a value is to a certain extent, then it plays the song. So that means if this button, if the value and song value is false, then that means you can press the button and it will play music. But if it's true and you press a button, it won't play music. And that's so that when you press this and then you press a button, it won't play music. And then you press it again, and then it is true. And right here it has an if and else statement, so that if the end song value is false, then it makes it true. And else means if it's true, it makes it false. And yeah, I worked with simple tone with delay so that it can have time to space it out. But I realized I could have had to work with much more like different functions that I would create. But I only realized that afterwards. But if I were to do anything differently, I'd say that would be something. And also, I would want to work with LED lights to be flashing as well. I think that would be a cool concept. And that's my project.